Hey Dino, how you doing, baby? How you doing, huh? Hey guys. How are my guys and gals, huh? My pretty babies. Yeah, you're my pretty babies, aren't you? Hi, Miss Lavender. How's Miss Lavender? Are you eating my plants? That's what they do. They eat the plants. These are the goji berries over here. I never, ever get goji berries. You want to know why? Because of these guys. Yes, because of you all. They love goji berry leaves and goji berries. So, Mama doesn't get any. This is our little plant nursery. I know it's a freaking mess and it's never going to change because there's only so many hours in the day. But this is where we grow our baby plants from, cuttings. And we have like a plum tree there and some grapevines. My ginger didn't come back. Hey, you guys, quiet. I'm filming here. Be nice. The ginger didn't come back. I don't know why, but my neighbor gave me cutting off, well, not a cutting, but a plant from her yard. This is turmeric, and this is cardamom, but not the kind that produces the wonderful seeds, just an ornamental. I'm trying to remember what this is. Joseph brought it home. I have no idea. Anyway, ginger didn't come back. I don't know why not. More turmeric. Rue. And there's the chickens eating the leaves from my goji bush. Yeah, you guys are so bad. There's my tea plant. My poor pitiful little tea plant that I trimmed off. This is actually... Okay, dude. This is actually the front yard. And this is an American Beauty Berry, and it just popped up randomly. And this monstrosity right here, these vines, what happened was my husband dug a hole, and I forget what he was going to plant there. Oh, yeah. He planted an apricot tree, but he didn't make it. And he actually planted a bigger hole, and he buried some dead animals in it. And while he was at it, we had some Seminole pumpkins from last year that we didn't eat, and they sort of went bad. So we just threw them all in the hole that was right here. And lo and behold, the seeds from those Seminole pumpkins started growing. So that's what you're looking at. You're looking at volunteer Seminole pumpkins. Here's my ginger plant that I got from my neighbor. And over here is some horehound. It's coming back. It's been there a couple of years. I planted a lot of medicinals around here. Not this. This allspice tree, we thought it had died, but it came back. It resurrected. This is valerian, and I have to put my valerian in cages because the deer keep eating the flowers off of it. And these are all valerians, and of course the flowers are, I think they've gone to seed now, but they're doing great. Over here is rosemary. And I actually have 3 rosemary bushes. I took a cutting off of the rosemary at our old house and just planted them in, I think I just put them in jars with water until they sprouted, and then I planted them in the ground. These are fig trees. I have 2 fig trees in the front and 2 in the back. No, 3 in the back now. No, 3 in the front now. That's right. I took cuttings off of them last year, and now we've got whole new fig trees. Let's see if I can find some figs. There's some figs on them that just started. I'll show you some of the other ones. The figs are really coming along. But before I do that, let me go back over here. This is wormwood, and I actually already harvested a bunch of it, so it's kind of small. But this is what wormwood looks like, and there's some more over here. Kind of a silvery leaf. This is another fig tree that we just planted this year. This is from a cutting, and it's already got a fig. And let's see, over here I have, I'm having a brain cramp, elderberries. And the deer and other things keep eating the leaves, but there they are. This is an elderberry that I started from a cutting. All of these I started from cuttings from an elderberry bush in the backyard that didn't make it. So she lives on in her babies. Another American beautyberry, and what we use this for, we use the leaves for pest control. I pick the leaves and tincture them, and I tincture them in 50% water, 50% alcohol, and put it in a spray bottle, and that keeps the bugs off of the skin, and it's safe. And that's the main thing right there. You can spray this directly on the skin and it doesn't hurt you. Because of the mosquito problem in Alabama, I do spray my clothes with permethrin, but not my skin. And over here we have, I think it's an apricot tree. I can't remember. My husband planted it, and I can't remember. He keeps telling me and I keep forgetting, which tells you that I'm old. Over here, I had a bunch of comfrey. I bought seeds, and one plant came up, and from that plant, I took cuttings, and of course, comfrey is really easy to grow. I put the cuttings in pots last year, and they grew, so I transplanted them on the edge of the woods, and the animals like it, the deer like it, but comfrey is so, you can tell some of it's been eaten. You can tell that, and yes, we have wild mushrooms growing all over the place. They're not all edible. I don't think those are edible. Anyway, the deer like it, but it grows so fast, it tries to take over the world. So I'm not really worried. There's another one. Not really worried about the animals eating it to the ground, because it'll just come back. Anyway, so over here, and yes, we don't mow our lawn very often because we planted wildflowers for the bees. I'm sure everybody's heard of the bee population is not too great, so we try to grow as many flowers as we can to attract the bees. And of course, we don't use any chemicals on our property. This is some lavender, and it's in bloom, and it's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it smells heavenly. I'm going to have to collect some of that. That is wonderful. And this is my olive tree. And the reason why it's so small, because we've had it for like 3 or 4 years. It's small because the deer eat the leaves every spring. And it is what it is. You know, we have deer here. These are blueberry plants that we just planted maybe 4 months ago. Not very long ago. Got a little blueberry there. But anyway, yeah, we planted more blueberries. I'm going to go over here. This is one of our grapevines. I went to work one day. No, I think I was gone for the weekend. I went to see my son. I came back, And there was a vineyard in the front yard. And actually, and he had built it out. Hubby had built it out. Oh, looks like we got a little bit of a, oh well. Might have a little fungus on that one. We had a lot of rain. A lot of rain. And this lavender has been struggling, but looks like it might have a little bit of, not a fungus, but spider mites. I might have to spray that with some neem oil, which is natural pesticide. This is my witch hazel tree. Isn't it beautiful? So glad to see that one came back. This is yarrow. And yarrow is like comfrey. It wants to take over the world. We have to keep cleaning it out of here because it takes over the grapes. And there's more grapes getting started. Now, a lot of times in our front yard, I know it looks terrible now, but we grew wildflowers here. So the wildflowers attract the bees. Oh, look at all these grapes. Oh, my Lord. Look at all these grapes. Oh, we're going to have to thin those out. That's too many grapes. Oh, that's amazing. This is actually this plant's first year producing grapes. Because last year the yarrow choked it out. Here's more beautiful lavender. Look at that lavender. Isn't that amazing? And there's a bee. There's a beautiful bee. We love you. Keep pollinating. We love you. Over here, we've had this grapevine for 3 years now. Look at all the grapes on that. And yes, we cover it with netting as soon as they start changing color. We cover it, these are Concord grapes. We cover it with netting because if we don't, the deer will get it. And the squirrels and all kinds of other wildlife. There's some purple grapes right there. Down here, we have asparagus growing. So we get, oh, more purple grapes. Look at that. So we get quite a bit. Oh, look at that. Let's see if I can get it. Look at that. That's beautiful. We get quite a bit of asparagus every year. We not only have it in this bed, but we also have it growing in the back. This is just the front yard, folks. These are plum trees. And down here we got raspberries, and we just planted these, so they're small. Oh, look. Little raspberry. More plum trees. Unfortunately, here in Alabama, we'll get warm weather in the winter, and then these things bud out, and then it turns cold, and we lose our buds. So we don't get plums every year. More blueberries. We just, like I said, this is all new. We just planted all this around the trees. The trees have been here for about 3 or 4 years. Now here's my biggest fig tree. And one thing I learned about figs, I learned the hard way by not getting many figs last year, is that you really gotta fertilize them. So I've been fertilizing them and watering them more. I just figured, you know, in this area, in this part of the country, figs just grow like crazy. But if you really want a nice crop of figs, see all those figs? If you want a nice crop of figs, you're going to have to do a little fertilizing. And here in Alabama, you're going to have to do a lot of watering. More rosemary. Here's some valerian that still has flowers on it. You can see what the valerian flowers look like. And of course the root is the medicinal part of the valerian. Oh, look! We're heading to the cat garden. where we grow cats. Hello. Hello, cutie. This is a little cat that I rescued from the hood about a year ago. When she was a kitten, she was starving, and I mean starving. And so I rescued her, took her in the car. She didn't even fight me because she was so scared. She was scared, but she was so hungry she didn't even fight me. She was weak. Well, I think she is brain damaged because she is not all there. So I'm glad I was able to rescue her. She wants to be an indoor cat, but Joseph and I are allergic to cats. So she's an outdoor cat, but she and Callie share a cat mansion that Joseph built. And it is what it is. What are you doing? What kind of trouble are you causing over there, huh? You making trouble? These over here are Jerusalem artichokes. I don't particularly like them, but we grow them for the chickens. The chickens like them. We used to get a lot of mushrooms off the logs over there. That's our compost area, and I know it used to be contained to the bins, but the chickens are like, they scrouch everything out. So over here is part of our little woods. Down here, I'm walking down here to the back, what we call the back 40 garden, because it's pretty far away from the house. We have some wild sumac, the good kind, the edible kind. Look at that beautiful tree, that sumac tree. I got some sumac the first year, but now I'm going to have to get a ladder if I want to harvest, you know, the flowers or the seeds. But I wanted to show you this. And yes, it's kind of gloomy out because it's been raining. We got about 2 inches last night. Oh, look at this. The honeysuckle. Oh, my neighbor's honeysuckle has spread all the way over here. At least 50 feet. That's great. It smells heavenly. Oh. Anyway, these are our Haussenator tomatoes. We get them from Haas. He has a YouTube channel. And they're just starting to ripen. Got lots and lots. We love these Haussenators because they get really big. Look at that. Whoops. Didn't mean to cover the camera. They get really big. As you can tell, I'm an amateur. And yes, as you can tell, the leaves have a fungus because it's been raining so much. But we also have lots of tomatoes because it's been raining so much. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All kinds of tomatoes. Hundreds. We'll wind up with hundreds before these plants give out. And I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, what are you going to do with all them tomatoes? Well, I can them. I make tomato sauce, tomato paste, spaghetti sauce. We go through a lot. So I can them. Now there's an unusual weed or plant or something. Oh, I hope I didn't touch that poison ivy. I guess I'm going to have to go home and clean my hands real good. These are shallots, and they're almost ready. They're ready when the leaves die off. This is lemon basil. So I need to cut some of that. It's already started blooming. I can't keep up with everything he grows, so, you know, sometimes stuff blooms out and I don't make it down here in time because I'm still working too as a nurse and I'm writing a book. So, you know, It is what it is. Look at those beautiful peppers. I believe those are banana peppers. They're huge though. Look at those. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask them what kind of peppers those are. Ooh, a tomato fell. You know what this means, right? This means fried green tomatoes tonight. All right, let's see. Purple basil. It's finally peeking out now that the shallots are dying off. Well, they're not dying. They're just getting ready to be harvested. Now, these are pepperoncinis, and they are huge. Look at how big that is. Oh, and we got some that are ready. There's one that's ready. See that red one down there? That's a pepperoncini. I gotta come down here with a basket. Oh, look who we have here. Hello. Hello. I know you want me to let you in here, huh? You want to come in here? Come on. Yeah. That's my baby girl. That's my Callie. She's my Callie girl. She was born in a planter from a feral mama. And we found them, her and her siblings, when Joseph was watering. And he almost watered them. This is the corn. See how pretty it is? Still small. Oh, this one's pretty big though. That's a pretty big piece of corn. Pretty big corn cob. Oh, it's coming along nicely. And I did make a video earlier showing the potatoes, but we've already harvested those. We got about 100 pounds. We harvested them from here, and he's already planted something. I think these are peas, like the pink-holed peas. These are Alabama butter beans. I know there's a name for them and I can't remember, but he got these from Haas. They're kind of rare. He got the seeds from Haas, and there were only he didn't have very many, and Joseph is on his mailing list, and they did really well last year, and they're doing really well this year. And this is our one and only artichoke plant that made it out of all the ones that we started in the winter. And then there's a kitty cat. Hello. And the reason why he's on Haas's mailing list is because he buys a lot of their tools. Oh, look at you. Aren't you just beautiful? Aren't you just gorgeous? Yes, you are. You're so beautiful. Down here we have sweet potatoes. And these sweet potatoes just started growing from potatoes we forgot, or not forgot, but we missed them when we were digging up sweet potatoes last year. And next thing we know, the vines popped up. Now, the thing about sweet potatoes, and yes, you can grow sweet potatoes and squash, which these are Seminole pumpkins that came up, I think these are Seminole pumpkins that just came up voluntarily too. And you know, you can grow these all together because they're nitrogen fixers, and corn loves nitrogen. So the sweet potato leaves, I know they've got a lot of bugs. The bugs have been eating on them. Every animal likes sweet potato leaves. They are edible. And if you can find some baby ones, let's see if I can find some. If you can find these baby leaves and pick them and put them in your salad, they're very nutritious and delicious. So that's the back garden. I'm going to have to come back here and pick some tomatoes and peppers and come on, baby. Come on. That's my girl. She my girl. And yes, we have this big old fence and big old gate and everything. Guess why? Guess why? You get one guess. The deer and the beavers, but more so the deer. And the reason why I say the beavers, I'm going to show you something. You see this pear tree? You want to know why it looks so terrible? Well, it doesn't look terrible, but I mean, like, why it looks so weird? Because we had a nice tall pear tree there at one point, and the beavers came up from the lake and totally ate it down to a stump. So the following year we put this little thing around it, and it grew back, and the following year the beavers ate it again. So now we put this heavy duty thing around it to keep the beavers off of it. And so far this spring it's really growing well. And that's our little wood pile. Don't pay attention to that. And that is, I think it's an, I don't know. I think this is also a pear tree. And he's got a heavy duty one over this one too. And I'll see if I can show you where the beavers come up at. You gonna show us, Callie? We tried to grow sugarcane here, but it didn't take. We try a lot of stuff. Some of it makes it and some of it doesn't. That's just life. Now I know there was a beaver run along here somewhere. Ah, there it is. This is how they sneak up. There's one. There's a couple of them down here. There's another one. See that? Ah, see this? That's where the crayfish live. Here in Alabama, we have crayfish, and they come up, they burrow in the soil, and then come out at night and feed. And yeah, I do have a trap. I could catch them. I just don't have time. Maybe someday, but I just don't have time. There's another beaver run right there, and crayfish. Boy, they're all over the place. There's another one. There's another one. Crayfish love this lake, I guess because nobody bothers them. See if we can find any tadpoles. Yep. I don't know if you can see them on film. There they are, running around. Little tadpoles.